This is a middleweight contest over 6 rounds. Now, officials for this bout: Judge 1, Shadrach Akwe; Judge 2, Ishmael Williams; and Judge 3, Michael Nikwe. Now, introducing the boxer fighting out from the blue corner. This is the man from the Wisdom Boxing Gymnasium, owned by the coach of the Black Bombays of Ghana, Coach Oforiasare. The man with a weight of 159.30 pounds. The man with the official record of 1 fight, 1 defeat, no draw, no win. This is the man who was born and bred in Fombisi, far away in the Upper East region, specifically Sandema. Presenting to you the boxer Mandela Atuulik. Crossing over to the blue corner. And this is the boxer who is also making his first appearance on the professional boxing platform. With the weight of 162.90 pounds, this is the boxer who was born and bred in Kejabi in the Oto region of Ghana. This is the man from the Black Panthers Boxing Gymnasium here in Accra. Presenting to you the man, Francis Akakpo. And the man in charge is Richard Amevi.
So Richard Amevi will walk us through the last set of instructions.
Whatever I'm saying,
and then we'll be battle ready.
Protect yourself at all times. When I say stop, you stop. When I say break, you take some few backwards. Clear? Sure.
For action, this bout is scheduled for 6 rounds. It's a middleweight contest between Francis Akakpo. Francis Akakpo is in the red trunks. And Mandela Atuulik is in the wine trunks. So here we go. This is the first round. Middleweights carry a lot of punching power. First time of asking in the Deluxe Professional Boxing League. That's for Francis Akakpo. Mandela Atuulik has been with us before. Some steady, hefty punching at this stage of the round. It's six rounds, so we've got a lot of rounds to go. We're hoping the boxers can last that distance. Sam Nana Gold has joined us in commentary position. Will be bringing us up to speed with the kind of handiwork that has gone into the preparation of these boxers, especially the participation of the gyms in the Deluxe Professional Boxing League. He walks in and out of the gym trying to ensure that we have the right boxers for the occasion, and of course they're going through the mantle, as it were. Mandela Atuulik in the blue gloves. Like I said, we've seen him here on this platform before, and he's one of the few boxers we know likes to take punches, but also likes to deliver a few heavy punches of his own.
Yeah, Atuulik is one of those boogeymen. He is not a very, very skilled boxer. He likes to go into those brawls, and that is where his power lies. He's not a very, very technically gifted boxer, but he is very resilient. He would go the distance with you and trouble you until you give up. So if you are fighting Atuulik, you should be very crafty. You should be very technical and tactical. Pick your punches and get him out of there before he wears you out.
And like we did indicate earlier on, he gives, but he also takes as well. Startled there by a few of the punches from Francis Akakpo, and look at the eagerness in the eyes of Mandela Atuulik.
One thing that you can be sure from Atuulik, he's really going to hang in there with you. He's really built for that.
Yeah, well, if anything is to go by the fact that we had a chat with some members of his gym, the Wisdom Boxing Gym, we understand he trains pretty hard.
But Francis Akakpo is not giving an inch. Boxing gym off the high street in Accra, and then we expect Francis Akakpo to continue with that tradition.
Here we go, is the second round of a bout scheduled for 6 super middleweights. Atuulik in the darker trunks, Akakpo in the bright red trunks. Good punching being exhibited there. And as Sam Nanago told us earlier on, well, that rocked Francis Akakpo a little. As Nanago told us earlier on, it's not that not too gifted a boxer, Mandela Atuulik, technically that is. But because of his work rate, he can go the long distance.
And Prince, you look at the build and the artistry.
Well, he takes a couple of punches in there. Atuulik now at the receiving end. He would go in for the clinch.
Looks like Atuulik lost his gum shield from a punch. Referee will rectify that. Referee Amevi. And I was talking about the build and artistry of Francis Akakpo. He looks very similar and fights very similar to with his gym mate, his stable mate, Alidu Sulemana, who is also a super welterweight fighter out of the Black Panthers boxing gymnasium. Very, very similar. Francis Akakpo fights very similar.
Fight will continue. Now Akakpo lands a big one. Atuulik at the receiving end as well, and quickly he will need a breather. Always ready to push forward and come forward, Atuulik.
One thing I like about Akakpo is very ferocious and tenacious, but he has to look at the accuracy of his punches. When you are throwing in volumes and they are not landing, fatigue might set in at the point, and that will be your undoing. Akakpo needs to be more accurate with his punches.
Well, we've seen a debutant perform creditably here already, Abdulaziz. And Francis Akakpo is knocking hard on the doors of realization of that dream as well. Careful and steady at this stage. Oh, that's a big one from Akakpo. And Atuulik tries to work on the body of his opponent.
And Prince, we just spotted former national and West Africa lightweight champion Stephen Okine, also known as Ata Jata.
One of the household names of Ghana boxing once upon a time, Stephen Ata Jata Okine.
Yeah, from the late 90s to the early to the mid 2000s, Stephen Okine, I remember his bout very well with Latekwe Hamon, aka Shocker.
Atuulik. But what is the slight difference between them is that Francis Akakpo makes sure that what he punches get clean punches on his opponent. Mandela Atuulik is trying as much as possible to get his punches clean on his opponent. But what Francis Akakpo is doing is that anytime Mandela tries to punch, he goes and duck. He goes under and duck. And when he goes under and duck, before Akakpo rises up, then he's coming up with a body punches. And that is what Mandela Atuulik should be watchful of. You know, both fighters don't really have that technically gifted style to see that this is fighting in this kind of style or this kind of style. But they've come in this fight as the kind of brawl fighting, you know, the bull fighting. No one wants to get it down or just throw in the towel. And you know, when you get in that kind of brawl fighting, then you need to make sure that the kind of volume of punches that you are throwing, you need to make sure you are covering up your chin. Because the moment you throw in and swing wild, and you don't have your gloves covering your chin up and you get counter punch, then you're going to be down to the canvas. So I feel that both fighters need to keep their defense guard high, because the way they are swinging, if one get caught, he's going to go down flat.
If one gets caught, they will go down flat. That's from DJNY. Before fight night 17, we'll give you a fair idea of what the league table looks like. Charles Quarty Boxing Foundation is leading with 36 points. Sonia follows closely on 33 points, and Atokwashi is one step behind on 32. Fourth position is occupied by Panix on 31. Fit Square has 31 as well. Seaview 26. And then it follows in this order: Black Panther, Akotoku Academy, seconds out, The Gym, Palm Springs, and of course, Wisdom Boxing Gym bringing up the rear. Now, Wisdom's Mandela Atuulik, should he win this fight, will guarantee some leverage for Wisdom, although they may not pass the last position or go past the last position. Oh, that's a heavy punch, and he goes out. Well, gums come off again. But gentlemen, let me seek your opinion quickly. I'll start with you, Derek. So obviously the permutations on the league table clearly shows that there's a dogged fight at the top. Charles Quarter Boxing Foundation on 36. Sonia on 33. They have won today. Atokwashi is following on 32. They have done well today. Panix follows in that order.
Yeah, so now it looks like 36-36 between
Sonia and
Charles Quarter. Charles Quarter, they will do their next fight. They are bringing one of their best boxers, Faisal Abubakar. It only goes to tell you that the gyms are serious. They want to pick their car. They just want to pick. Atokwashi is following close with just a point now. Yeah. So let's see what Charles Quarter will come and do the next fight. But for this particular fight, I think that the boxers are lacking. They lack style. They lack creativity. They are only using power. And fights like this, I fear one big blow will take one of them down. I don't know why they take their blow. They are just using power. There is no style. There's no creativity. You are not seeing anything. It's just like a fight. I mean, they are just fighting. They are not boxing.
Bouts go on in earnest. I'll pick NY's views in a second. But a look on the league table clearly shows that there's going to be a fight to the death. Charles Quarter Boxing Foundation before fight night 17 had 36. They were leading Sonia by 3 points. But Sonia have won here today. Charles Quarter will be fighting in the next bout. So all eyes will be glued on those two fights. I'll pick his thoughts in a few seconds. But here we are in round 4. This bout is scheduled for 6. And it's a middleweight contest between Mandela Atuulik. He's in the darker trunks. Francis Akakpo. Well, looks like he's taking everything that Atuulik can offer. And Mandela Atuulik has not been too clever with his punches, I should say. Missed quite a couple. And so that's clear. And again, it's not only Charles Quarter and Sonia, but there's Atokwashi also in there as well. So Fit Square is somewhere in the middle, but Fit Square will be taking the last fight. So they also could get some maximum points. The difference between Charles Quarter and Fit Square is just 5 points. And so again, there's a lot to savor in the last 2 bouts after this one. And clearly, we're going to see some tough battles ahead.
Prince, I just check one intriguing thing. Panis last 2 weeks they couldn't fight, so they did that today. So if you look on the league table, they have done only 15 out of 16. And today they presented Eric Colley, who won their fight for them.
Sure.
So they on the table they have 31. So as we speak now, they have 34. Unfortunately for them, so in a normal sense they would have been the second. Unfortunately for them, they lost. They just lost
Yes, they did.
They are about against Sonia.
Against Sonia, yeah.
Yes. So
But against Sonia, even the more advantage.
yeah, exactly.
3 fight nights to go. It's a give and take at this stage. Francis Akakpo giving his opponent Mandela Atuulik everything he's got.
One swing can end him in an off balance that his opponent might capitalize on. So Mandela Atuulik should be very, very careful swinging wild like that.
Here we go. It's round 5. Middleweight contest. Akakpo in the light red trunks. Akakpo fancies his chances of going into the in-house fighting with Atuulik, and so would want to push him into the corner and see whether they can exchange. Fans are quite appreciative. Lots of clapping in the background and of course cheering them on as well. Oh, that's a big one. Atuulik took that fair and square. And then there's punishment again. Rubs it in. Quick caution from Mevi. He's complaining. Trunk is gone down. Quick adjustment. And we continue with the bout. But Atuulik took that big punishment there a while ago. Atuulik being a little bit cautious now. He wants to go into the clinch. He's taking the punishment now. Francis Akakpo patiently waiting for the big one. Lands one there. He tries to go in for the clinch. But Atuulik, clinch is not there. Still keeps moving around. Hits him one again. He goes to the ring. Ring saved him on that occasion. And it's another clear attack on the body and head
Prince,
of Atuulik.
at this point, Mandela Atuulik is in really, really big trouble. Really, really big trouble. I doubt if in the next round he can make it because he's in really, really big trouble. All those punches are really, really hitting clean and he has no answers to that.
He gets a stern warning from Francis Samevi for throwing out the gum shield. Obviously buying a little bit of time. He was under some intense pressure and intense attack from Akakpo. He goes and relaxes on the rings again. And Akakpo would want to pummel him to submission. Wild miss by Atuulik. Well, Atuulik is under some severe attack and he might be saved by the bell.
Prince, it's interesting. At times I don't understand some of our technical guys. If you watch this particular bout, Mandela Atuulik is under pressure. It's really suffering. Yes, this is what they have to do. They should have done this earlier.
Yeah.
Because the gentleman was just suffering. And I was expecting their corner to come and stop the fight because the guy from the 4th round, he was just not just himself. And boxers fight so that they will fight tomorrow. You don't allow your boxer to go through such a punishment. You destroy the boxer.
Yeah.
So these are some basic things that our people, our corner guys, our technical guys must learn.
Amin Lamte now will give us the official verdict.
but the fight ended prematurely. So we have the verdicts. We have the verdicts. So the verdict that we have in round number 6, by a technical knockout, the winner is the boxer fighting from the red corner, from the Black Panthers Boxing Gymnasium here in Accra, the boxer who was born and bred at KJB in the Otu region of Ghana. Presenting to you the boxer, Francis Akakpo. Now, Francis, congratulations.
Thank you.
How do you feel today?
Oh, I feel good. Well, my opponent is very serious opponent.
Okay, so now the people of OT, your region, they are watching you. What message do you have for them?
I thank everybody who watching me for Mass TV today, Saturday, 12 November. Yeah.
You thank them very much.
I thank them very.
Now I want you to speak your language. Speak your language to your friends, parents, family members watching you live on TV.
Yeah, but I'm a shaman. Si le KJB entomo la, je peux family okata, maunen nanikleo. Amen.
Amen. Thank you very much. He spoke on Eve.